This video is going to briefly show you how to bike pack Korea in the simplest, easiest way possible. The second half of the video is a vlog of my experience in figuring this stuff out on a trial by fire bike trip. Let's get started. This video starts with an introduction of the Four Rivers Bike Trail, rolls into a discussion on food and water, then lodging, and lastly, navigation. Korea is amazingly bike friendly. There's a bike path that extends all the way across the country from Seoul down to Busan that has branches running west to east that connect that main trail. This is the easiest way to bike pack across the country, and it keeps you off of the highways and on a much more scenic route. Although you don't need either of these things, you can pick up a paper map and a passport that you can stamp all along the route. You can pick both of those up at your local bike store, or just check the link in the description and I'll send you over to a PDF version. Food and water. There are convenience stores all across Korea. The CU, the GS25, plus some mom and pop convenience stores. My favorite go-to foods are kimbap, rice snacks, and then Tom's almonds. Convenience store foods are a great way to sustain yourself during the day for breakfast and lunch, and then you can always hit up an awesome Korean restaurant every night for dinner and hit the rest of your calorie intake. If you're a coffee fiend, as long as you're not too picky, you can find plenty of coffee options in the convenience stores. As for lodging, you can pre-arrange stays at hotels at the main points pictured in the map all along the route. The other way to do it is to pack a tent, and that's what I did. Wild camping, as they call it, is permitted all across Korea. So you can pretty much camp anywhere as long as you're being discreet and keep your campsite clean and basically make it show that you're only staying for a day. Also, don't camp in the tall grasses along the rivers. That is one way to pick up a disease from rodents that you don't want. Lastly, the app Kakao Maps. If you don't already have it, you can download that free app. It will take you on bike paths across Korea. Now, when you're in bike mode, it doesn't give you step-by-step, turn left, turn right the whole way, but it's really easy to see where you are in relation to the trail, just in case you ever lose your way or whatever you need. The trail itself is very well marked. There's blue lines on either side of the road as long as you stay on the trail. As soon as you lose those blue lines, that's a sign that you're off the trail and you need to come back on. And that's where having Kakao Maps really helps as a backup if you, for some reason, lose your way. I definitely did. Like I said, trial by fire. Up next is my vlog of my experience. Basically, the vlog centers around my quest to figure out whether the trails in Anjongri link up with the Four Rivers Trail. Little foreshadowing, they don't. Not at all. Not by 40 kilometers. Good morning, everyone. I launched on my bike trip today. There is a trail that extends all the way from Seoul down to Busan. And there's also a trail, a bike trail is what we're talking about, that's like right outside of Camp Humphreys. The question is, do they connect? I'm gonna start here in Camp Humphreys. I could just ask the bike store whether they do connect, but that wouldn't be as much fun. I'm gonna find out. It'll be a blast. Let me show you my little bike setup. Pretty simple. All I did was I got this bad boy. It's just a rack that hits onto the seat, and onto that here is a sleeping bag, a tent, and then a bag on top. I'm making some eggs. I'm too excited to eat right now, but I'm gonna be hungry later. My tires are inflated. I'm on my way. I look a little bit like a hobo. The only thing that's not hobo-ish is these sweet pressure plugs. This rig definitely shifts side to side a little bit as I pedal each step. I think it's okay. Again, we're just gonna see how this goes. There was minimal planning put into this, and I think it's gonna work out great. We are on our way. All right, and so the adventure begins. I was so waiting to eat at the bottom of that hill. We made it. This guy's got he's got a little speedboat in the rice paddy. I wonder what that's all about. The path ahead. "10 miles into this journey, the bike path ended and it turned into a concrete path. turned into just some rice paddy roads. And then it dumped me into the city. And this is the end of the river. It just ends. And I saw that on the map. I'm not sure I actually made it that far. We're gonna have to reevaluate and start finding some real roads to go on to get where I'm trying to go. Okay, after some searching, copy that Korean. By bicycle, it should take me 5 hours to get to a park that is on the path. And by on the path, here's what I mean. Here's the bike trail. I started up here, about halfway down to the path, and I'm now going over to Bake Road Park. And then I should be able to check into that brown line and go down the pink line all the way down to Busan. Here we go. Thanks to Panda Pam, I just upgraded my kit and downgraded my style. I now have not one, but 2 fanny packs. So this way, I've got quick access to camera stuff on the right and navigation in front with the added charger. All right, part way up. More to go. I want to keep on heading up and see if I can find a peak. All right, well, I found the peak and there's nothing to see. So I'm gonna head back down. There's probably something illegal about what I just did. This is my GS25 brake. It's also time to reevaluate. So, refuel and water, try shrimp chips. And it looks like I've gone about 40 kilometers, which is not very far considering I was like poo-pooing on some folks who were like, oh, we did 95 kilometers a day. When I did the math, I was like, you were only biking for 4 hours. Well, I've been biking for 8 hours? Yeah, 8. And I've made it 40. 40, that's it. Now that's because I went through the city and had to stop and whatever. Kept getting directed onto the highways. Had to get back off the highways. I think it's fun to figure it out. Figure it out as you go. Anybody who wants a more streamlined experience, then I recommend being dropped off on the trail. As it stands, I've got 17 kilometers to go until I reach the trail, and that's my goal for the day. Look at what I found. That's a bicycle path. Ha! I made it. I made it in this world. Should be relatively smooth sailing for the rest of the trip. And here is the phone booth with the stamps. You can get like a passport to go all the way from start to finish from Seoul down to Busan, and you can stamp your little passport at each booth. So the fact that I found this little booth means I actually found the trail. I'm going to take advantage of the fact that there's a beautiful park here, cruise around, try and find a spot to camp, and then start looking for an awesome place to eat. I think I may have found my spot. I get my own swing. I'm right next to the bike path. Exercise equipment for the morning. And here's a couple trees to camp under. So I'm right next to the road. That's fine. I got earplugs. Thank you for watching. If I do upload part 2 of this vlog, then you'll be able to find a link at the end of this video or in the description. Please consider subscribing, and I'll see you in the next video.